Hi, I'm Rhonda, and this is Love Grub Galley. Welcome aboard. I've always had a passion for small spaces and crafting good food, and being that it's one of my love languages, I figured this would be a great place to document and share my creations, while I navigate sailing full-time around the world, overcoming the challenges and provisioning along the way. So let's take a journey. Good morning from Lizard Island. It is so warm here. It is beautiful. Honestly, it feels like summer. And it's actually winter, which is crazy. This morning we went for a super nice little walk over the island and checked out some views and found some more really cool snorkeling spots to go and check out later. But James has just gone off the boat, he's gone for a little swim, gone for a snorkel, and I'm going to make my cheese and jalapeno scones. So I won't talk too much about the measurements on here mostly, but I will share them in the description below, just in case you miss anything. So I will get to it. I have my little recipe here because I sometimes forget. I haven't made them for a little minute. I was going to try and make them for you underway, but often when I go to think about doing it, the engine's running, so it doesn't really make for overly great filming. So I have to wait until we're either sailing or we're at a standstill, and we are currently at a standstill. So you'll need yourself a bowl and a couple of cups of plain flour. So just add that to your bowl. So I don't know if anyone here has listened to my podcast yet, but I'll put a link to that below as well. It's with a Kiwi woman named Tara, and her channel is Saltwater Journal. You can find her on Instagram and Spotify and just kind of wherever you get your podcasts from. Kind of talk to her about how I met James in a bit more detail, and the struggles and the challenges that I've been finding since moving aboard full time. So yeah, and I also talked to her a little bit about van life, and yeah, it's pretty fun. So probably do like maybe a little update with her at some point, and yeah, see how those challenges have been overcome, or if they've been overcome. So very interesting. Definitely talk about space a lot, that's for sure. And as you guys know, my little galley is very little. So my butter is very soft. Just give my hands a bit of a wash. So in my bowl so far I've got 2 cups of flour and I've got about 50 grams of butter. And I am just going to actually add my baking powder to that as well. I'm going to put in 4 teaspoons. And just a bit of salt. Kind of just give it, I mean, it's like 1/4 of a teaspoon, but just give it a few grinds. And Lizard Island is so beautiful. We've met some people here on some boats. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 of them together, and they've been here for like a couple of weeks. I was like, oh my gosh. It's so nice to spend a couple of weeks here. just absorbing it all and taking it all in. I think we'll be here for maybe a few more days, couple more days. There's a freshwater pump at the end of the beach, which the girls told me about yesterday. So they did their washing there, so I thought I might take our washing and go and do that, because we had a little bit left from our last stop at Ken's, so not too much, just a little bit. So it'd be nice to get that done if there's free water and sunshine to get it dry. So I'm just kneading in the butter to the flour. Just get it to like a breadcrumby kind of consistency. Try not to like get it all over the floor. Their scones have kind of become quite a comforting little regular, even though I haven't made them for a minute. We were kind of getting into them for a while. It's funny how you just go through stages of things, isn't it? Okay. Grim hands. I wonder how many people actually have like hot water on their boats and their galleys. That's something I'd be really interested to know. How many people have got like a hot water tank that they have hot water in their galley? Because I wonder if you go through more having hot water or not. And also, just a hack in case you didn't know, if you've got really floury hands, cold water is the best way to get them clean. So, just gonna grate in some cheese. Kind of don't really measure this, I just eye it up, but I guess at a guesstimate, I'd say maybe about 3/4 of a cup of cheese. It smells good. Really stoked to have been able to find some New Zealand cheese. Haven't seen it very often, but yeah, in the last couple of supermarkets I've found it. It's like super stoked. Not that it's gonna last. Won't be too much of that going forward. I'm just gonna put in about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I'm going to use, in my recipe I've written 2 tablespoons of chopped jalapenos, but you can put as little or more if you like. It's completely up to you. Just don't rub your eyes once you've been chopping these guys. Put that in. What I do is I just kind of slice them open and put a little bit of cream cheese inside them. So So there's kind of no real, oh no, okay, that's not good. Make sure that your cream cheese is not moldy. That's insane. That's not even that old. That's concerning. Okay, so we won't be having them full of cream cheese today. But what I would normally do is I would open them up, pop some cream cheese in there, and yeah, that's it. They, you know, bake them, and they're super yummy. But we will just be having them as they are today, having to improvise. Just sprinkle a little bit of paprika on there. And pop them in the oven. What temperature do I normally put them on? So I normally put them on 200. So 200 degrees, and what I've written, between 15 to 20 minutes I will give them, and just check on them. It depends how hot your oven's running. Super gutted about the cream cheese situation, but you know, that's what happens. Can't race to the store to get any more. Yeah, we'll check in with you soon. I thought while these scones were cooking I would give you just a quick little run through of the galley. Heaps of people have been asking for like a galley tour. They're really interested to kind of, I guess, see the space. I'm always going on about the space, I suppose, as well, and I just thought I would share that quickly with you. I'll do a proper kind of run over at some point when we are sort of settled and things are really tidy and, you know, that kind of thing. We just arrived here very early yesterday morning after an overnight passage, so things are kind of, it's okay, it's fairly tidy, but you know, things come out and whatnot. But anyway, I made a couple of little mods, chore changes while we were in Cairns. Up behind the stove area on the shelf where there are normally baskets of like kind of food, random food and stuff, I've put up some bungee. So I've put that through like an eyelet at the top and then a hook at the bottom, so I can unhook it and be able to access from the top storage that's underneath as well, because that's packed with food, but I can also access part of it through the back of the seat, which I'll show you, which is pretty stacked up. I'll just open the cupboards and give you a little bit of a peek to see what's in there, and yeah, like I said, just do a proper one at some point, but give you just a little run over so you've got some idea as to what it kind of looks like from the other side. You get to see the outside of the cupboards plenty, but not so much what's on the inside. So yeah, I'll give you a little look. Okay, let's start from this end. So this is what I was talking about. I've put this bungee along here and it's just on these hooks, so I can just unhook it and get in or get the boxes out if need be, but it just kind of means that I can load these up and nothing's going to fall out, which is awesome because I couldn't do that before. I've just taken it to this edge here, and it works so well. Oh, there's the scones. Let's check them out. Oh, they look like they could brown up a little bit more, so just pop them on for 5 more minutes. So I made these little fruit hangers while we were, goodness knows, I think I made the first one, which is this one in Sydney, and then I can't even remember when I made this one, somewhere along the way, which seemed to work okay, but I would like to be able to make something that is a little bit deeper or just can carry more. Yeah. So in this cupboard I have all our baking things. Yeah, bunch of baking stuff. And here is a tea towel to stop some rattles. Anyone that's on a boat and on passage, knows all too well about the frickin' nighttime rattling cupboards. So yeah, just some canned stuff in that in here, some rice, and yeah, just whatever. And then over here I have just all my granola kind of bits and pieces, and all my spices and herbs and oils and other bits and pieces. We used to have all of the cutlery in one of these white containers behind here, but I've taken it out and I've just put all my yeah, like baking paper and things like that, and there's some garlic in there, cacao, coffee bags, yeah, just some bits and pieces because it's just easier to get to there. And then the shelf just holds our plates and stuff, vitamins, toothbrushes, some veggies, just coffee, and then down below here, yeah, just a bunch of granola and bits and pieces. I also put in everywhere this non-slip mat, so none of that was in there. It's all along here as well, which has been really, really good. And then I just hung up here all our utensils into, oh my goodness, doing this with one hand is tricky, into my little basket. So all our utensils are in here, and they just hang on the hook. There. Oh my gosh, doing this with one hand is tricky. Trickiness. And then the coffee pot just hops in there. It's pretty good. None of this really rattles anymore. They used to kind of rattle in the back there. But that doesn't happen anymore. So go the non-rattling. That stuff can just be torture in a small space. So that's kind of it. Oh, I didn't show you behind the cupboard. Hold on. So in here, it's got some bread and stuff. But in here, hopefully it doesn't all just come flying out at me, it's just packed with food. So that goes all the way back to kind of there-ish, I think. And yeah, of course, down to there as well. So that there is just loaded up with extra bits and pieces. So yeah, there you have it. In this boat, lots of people store things in their bilge. They always talk about filling their bilge with cans and things like that. We don't have a bilge as such. What was the bilge, James turned into a water tank. So underneath the floor in the cabin is where most people would probably put bits and pieces for extra storage, but we don't have that, so we just have to make do with the room that we do have. So yeah. So if you have any tips for me, if you've been sailing for, you know, some time and you can see just from what I have, if you have any ideas or any tips, I'd love to hear them. Yeah. I hope that you enjoyed that little quick sneak peek into the cupboards, and yeah, let's see how these scones are doing. Ooh, looking good. Okay, I think these guys are probably done, so let's get them out. Beautiful. It's very warm. I think I might have to go for a swim after this. So here we have them. Beautiful little scones. James has returned and is giving the boat a little scrub.
There's a very large, like, meter-long remora swimming around.
Is there?
Yeah.
Around the boat?
Yeah, right under us.
What did you see out there?
Lots of giant clams, some clownfish and some anemones. A stingray swimming through the water.
The same as yesterday's?
No, a different one. It was like pointy shaped, and he was swimming like not by the sand. It was interesting, wow. Yeah. Very pretty. Very pretty snorkel. Thank you, thank you. What do we have here?
We have cheese and jalapeno scones, minus the cream cheese. There was an incident.
An incident.
Yeah, which you'll see when you watch the film. So yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be amazing.
I'm sure they'll be amazing.
Don't have cream cheese.
Cheers.
Cheers. Enjoy. After your snorkel. So hot.
Scones at the Great Barrier Reef.
Pretty good.
Delicious.
Missed the cream cheese there. How's that buttery beard?
You know, do what you can.
Those buttery boobies.
Wait, that's amazing. Come back from a long snorkel to fresh scones. Life don't get no better.
Yeah, life.
Yeah, life.
Yeah, pretty good, Jay. These are good, really good. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed that little snippet, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Take care. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to follow along this crazy journey that I'm embarking on. And if you want more frequent content, then jump over to Instagram and follow me there. Thanks again for tuning in.